Here with the smallbusinessresourcecenter.com and Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. Today I'm going to go over some important information, basically Tesla stock, and a little bit of understanding about the stock market in general. The main reason is because some people have been a little bit worried because of Tesla. So in full disclosure, yes, I did sell all my shares, and yes, I did make a small profit from that. I not really a day trader. I know in the past I have been watching the stock market every day, and sometimes that gets stressful, and sometimes, yes, you can lose money depending upon what type of account you have. Like if you have a margin account and it dips too much, you can end up losing all the money in your account very quickly. But if you have a margin account and you purchase right and you end up increasing and selling, then you can make more money than you would have if you only use the amount of money in your account that you had, because a margin account lets you buy more shares than you actually own. So just to make you aware of that. So Tesla basically, after the split, opened up at somewhere around 442. Then they very quickly peaked to 502, which obviously was great. Not really bad news, but what ended up happening is Tesla announced that they would have shares available for sale, and I'm going to go over that a little bit. They actually said they wanted to share them at $500 a share, and then another large company had been announcing that they were selling shares. Keep in mind, this is a company that owned Tesla very early in the game, so they made a huge profit, and they're capturing some of their profit. So for people that don't totally understand this, it's simple. Like when you buy stock, let's just say this is a share. Let's just say I say the share's worth $300. Now let's just say the share goes up to 500. You don't really make any money until you sell the share. And conversely, let's just say now I say it's worth 200. You don't lose any money until you actually sell the share. So for a lot of bigger companies, they actually basically, they don't watch the stock market every day. Even though they buy a lot of shares, they'll keep it, they'll hold it. And when they make a decision to sell, yeah, they made billions like this company recently did, because the simple fact that they came in early. They held it for many, many years. Of course, it went up and down, but they weren't worried and didn't sell. So will this affect you now if you bought at a higher price and sell? Yes. But would we expect Tesla to rebound based on a lot of news and other investors like ARK, which is a big firm? Tesla will probably be going up. And they're speculating 3 to 4 times the price it's currently at, which, I'm not researchers as much as them, but keep in mind, this is what they're saying, and you could be true in that. Some other people have mentioned similar things like I just said, like the marijuana stocks is another way to explain this. I had friends that said when the marijuana stock started going crazy, they put a couple $1,000s in, and boom, 2 or 3 days, they're like, wow, I have $14,000. I'm like, great, sell it now. Great advice from me. But what happened? Well, they didn't sell it. Why? I don't know. Maybe they thought it was going to go even higher. And then, of course, it came down very quick as it came up. Maybe it was a couple days, maybe it was a week. I'm not sure if they were watching it or not. And you talk to someone a couple months later, and they're like, oh, I should have sold it. You're right. And I'm like, what do you mean? What happened? Well, I had $2,000. It shot up to 14, and now it's at 1,800. Well, a lot of times, I'm not saying Tesla's a pump and dump. Don't get me wrong when I say that. But did it fluctuate? Yes. But if a stock goes up very quickly, sometimes it can balance out, or what they call market correction. So it's correcting to a level, especially when a lot of companies are selling. So basically it went down to 372, which I was actually surprised. And could it go lower? Yes. Could it stay the same? Tesla's trend seems to be that when it shoots up, it does dip down a little, like a lot of stocks. There's a lot of hype there. and then it seems to find its lowest peak and level off for a little while. And then when something happens, it tends to go up again pretty quickly, or in jumps. And that's what seems to happen with Tesla. So based on that same information, I would estimate the same thing. If you own Tesla stock and if you bought it at a higher rate, would you want to sell it and lose? Well, that's a choice for you to make. I'm not giving you investment advice, but I'm trying to say I'm going to actually post this even though I'm on video right now. If you look at a chart and you can see here it levels out, it dips, then it shoots up. Levels out, dips, climbing slowly here, then it shoots up. Level out, dips, shoots up. And now it shot up and now it dipped a little. So the trend basically is showing here that more than likely Tesla's probably at the bottom. It might go down just a hair. Could it go up and down just a little bit? It's probably not going to go to 5 in the next 2 or 3 weeks. 500, I should say. But could it? Yeah, it could. I can't control that. I'm just going on past performance, which if you ever look at any stock portfolios, they say past performance is not indicative of future predictions. Well, sometimes it is, but nobody's going to guarantee that because, of course, then they're liable for what they're telling you. However, based on everything that is going on and what Elon Musk says and everything Tesla's doing, would you want to sell now? If you're losing money, I'm not really sure if it's a good idea to sell. If you would have looked at the stock a couple days ago, or maybe if it was, you were making a small profit, would you want to sell? You may want to sell then, because then you're taking the risk that you captured a small profit, whatever that would be, and then you're taking the chance that the stock would be dipping to maybe the 380, 370 range again, and then you would buy back in. So, and that's the case that you now hope that it shoots back up to 450 or 500, or like ARK Invest says, potentially much higher. 2, 3, 4 times its current value. So if that happens, of course, that could be good. The other thing that I wanted to make mention is Elon Musk stating that they're going to be selling 5 billion worth of shares, have them available for sale. Technically, they don't have to sell them. And some people, I think that made a lot of people worried, but you have to realize that Tesla is now qualified from, unless something just changed recently that I didn't see, to be in the S&P 500. And when they do that, a lot of large institutions and banks will start to buy their stock. And it's my opinion from research that I saw, but in my opinion, that's probably why that they have these other shares available, because they're expecting very soon to be included in the S&P 500. So they want to have those shares already available, that they can already start selling them to institutions, which probably will make their stock price increase even higher. So buying could be a good thing now. Could it be a bad thing now? I can't really tell you. This is not stock advice. It's for entertainment, so I don't get sued by somebody who loses money. But hey, do I think Tesla is a great company? Yes. If I were you, I would look at Tesla. I'm sure there's a lot of companies too, but Tesla has so many things in the pipeline that if they end up being worse than they are now, even if you bought at 5, okay, are you going to be at a profit tomorrow, or I should say Monday, and be able to sell? Probably not. But in a month, would you be? I'm thinking yes. More than likely yes than no. So comment below. Let me know what stocks you're interested in. If you own Tesla, let me know too. And if you have any news or information on any stocks that you find interesting, let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, Pete with the Small Business Resource Center, consider subscribing, and have a great day.